You're tuned in to Capital Jazz TV. I'm your host, Jodine Dorsey. We are on the 17th annual Capital Jazz SuperCruise, and you see who's next to me. None other than Moonchild. Hey!
What's going on?
It is so good to see you all.
So good to see you
Oh,
always.
my gosh. Please introduce yourselves individually, and you know I have tons of questions.
I'm Amber Navrin.
And I'm Andres Matson.
I am Max Brick.
Oh, good to see you all. How does it feel to be back on the SuperCruise?
It's so good. It's so good. The vibes are amazing. It feels like family and so many incredible shows. I was so
Yes.
inspired by Christy last night.
Oh.
And the
Mm.
String
Boy.
Queens.
Oh.
Crazy.
The String Queens, we've had them on the SuperCruise before, and it was so special to see them bring their mothers here, give their mothers acknowledgement. It's just, you know, bringing the family to the cruise makes a hell of a deal.
For real.
Yeah. Talking about family, Amber, I think there's a congratulations in order since the last time we've spoken.
Oh, yeah. I got married. Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How
Thank
does
you.
it feel to be a married woman
It's
now?
amazing.
She's a lady.
It's amazing. My husband is incredible. I love him so much.
Oh,
And yeah, it's been great. It's
fantastic.
been great.
Oh, fantastic. And I heard through the grapevine, I didn't get a chance to see it, but you guys were also part of the Playlist Symposium with DJ Jazzy Jeff. Please tell me about that experience. How was that one? Max, I'm looking at you.
Always incredible to be there. I mean, yeah, so many incredible artists. Just to be hanging out at Jeff's house around the pool with them is
Right.
like an incredible experience. But yeah, this year was especially fun. There were like some really cool guest speakers, like Grandmaster Flash came.
Oh, wow.
And like talked about a bunch of knowledge about how he came up with turntable technology and
Mhm.
just like really nerdy, gritty stuff that we love. But yeah, the playlist retreat is really special and inspiring. So
And it's cool to like just witness Jeff and Lynette's generosity, you know, because it's
Yeah.
literally their home that they're opening it up for
yeah.
4 days. And you could tell that like there's a lot of work that goes into it and a lot of sacrifice on their end for our benefit. You know, we get
Yeah.
to kind of take advantage of this beautiful opportunity to talk to companies who are making new gear and also just meet artists that, you know, end up being on our records or vice versa. And it's just like, it's a beautiful thing.
So who are some of the artists that you met that you were just like taken aback or you just never thought that you'd meet or maybe even someone you'd collab with?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I remember the first one being special in the sense that like we got to like properly hang with like James Poyser, who's like a
James
huge legend.
Poyser.
And also
Yeah.
just like to get those in between, like sitting at the table eating food, and you just, you know, he's the nicest guy in
Yes.
the world. And
Yes.
obviously he paved the way for so many artists.
Absolutely.
Just with all of the parts that he played and music he produced in the 2000s and earlier.
Yeah. Max, you were going to say something.
I was going to say James too. He's like, you know, probably not the most famous person there by any means, but like I'm just obsessed with everything he plays. You know,
Absolutely.
like he's my hero. So
yeah. If you don't know who
Definitely
James Poyser is, you must Google him. He is like probably your producer's favorite producer.
Yep.
I'll leave it like that, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah, for sure. And outside of doing the Playlist Symposium, you guys are performing, but you're all also releasing individual albums. So Amber, you have an album coming out. You have an album coming out, Andreas. Max, you have an album coming out?
Nope.
But both of you decided to release your own. Is
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that Moonchild is over. That just
No,
means
no.
that
Yeah.
you keep your solo projects.
Yeah, we've always done stuff outside of Moonchild
Mhm.
and a lot of like collaborations. And
Mhm.
at least for me, 2020 COVID time was just like so much music making.
Yeah.
Nobody could tour, so we were all home. So a lot of the stuff for me that's been coming out was made then, and it's finally seeing the light.
Nice.
And yeah, and
Nice.
Anders has a project coming out very soon.
Yeah, and it's just I think it's always just a product of like, yeah, we're making music always all the time, and there's a lot of, you know, each album there's probably, you know, 40 tracks that don't get used, you know, and they just, you know, a lot of times it has this feeling of like, oh yeah, well maybe there's a different life for that song somewhere else, or maybe there's something that's not necessarily for Moonchild that could be
Something else.
something else.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, all of us, you know, even since the day we met as Moonchild, we've been writing our own music and kind of, you know, making stuff outside of the project. And I think it also just maintains a little bit of like life and vibrancy in the actual project too, that you can kind of explore stuff and then maybe bring some of that stuff into the group and you know.
Yeah. And Max, Amber said something that was really interesting. It's like all this music inside of you during COVID. How has COVID affected you in your creating and your
I was creating a bunch. I mean, we have a new album we're working on as Moonchild. And yeah, when we started working on it about a year ago, I had like, I don't know, 50, 60 songs on my computer that were just sitting there.
Oh my gosh.
So
how I
always
want to find your
stuff.
computer on the show.
I'm not putting it out there, but I'm making stuff. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So tell me about this new album and when can we expect it?
We are trying to finish the music in the next few weeks and then release it. I don't know when.
Yeah, we don't have a concrete release date, but we can just say that, it's we are like,
year,
you know,
maybe?
the last, you know, we've rounded third base, so to speak, for the finishing of the album. And then, so we're trying to get it out as soon as possible, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unless I find Max's laptop.
Yeah, right.
There you
That is my goal.
Right. The treasure hunt has begun.
I love it.
The treasure hunt has begun outside of all that. Are you guys still in LA? Or are you guys still working? I'm living in LA right now. How's LA been going with the fires and everything? Were any of you personally impacted?
Not personally, but we know a lot of people who lost everything.
Yeah.
And it's really devastating. Yeah.
I love the
Really
way the artist
crazy.
community got together. I saw a
Truly.
lot of folks, record stores donating vinyl to people that lost their connection. Have you all been in touch with other artists in LA that's been in need?
Yeah, I mean, the community is really beautiful. People have really been showing up for each other. And I think that's something that maybe people outside of LA aren't seeing.
Yeah.
Like the vibes in LA, even though it's been really devastating, the love has been really strong too. So.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, the love is strong here on the SuperCruise because we are clearly in love with Moonchild. If you don't know Moonchild, please check out their music on any place you stream music or purchase the music because artists still love when people buy music.
That's right.
How do people keep in contact with Moonchild?
Oh gosh, in contact, I would say, I mean, we have an email and we have our manager that also, you know, helps kind of facilitate communication and stuff like that.
On IG.
We're on
Social
IG,
media.
social media. This is Moonchild, is basically the handle for all the platforms.
All platforms.
All platforms. This is Moonchild. And once you go into the Moonchild ether, then you'll start to see other wonderful collaborations with them, like the one that we're going to regulate here with Christy, who is so excited.
We are so excited.
Yeah, what a
When
what
you
a
check
talent.
out that interview, you'll see what we're talking about, but we want to make sure that happens. Well, Moonchild, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Always
Always.
love it when you guys are here. This is Jodine Dorsey with Moonchild on Capital Jazz TV.